What's up, everybody? Out garage sailing again. I've been out for like half hour, 45 minutes. First pickup of the day for 50 cents. I think I overpaid. An errand. Yeah. You might be like, why is Aaron in your car and not at the flea market on Saturday? Well, he asked if he could come along because he was tired of seeing me pick up good stuff at garage sales. But we did actually pick up some 360 games back there. Well, Aaron picked up a couple things. He got a Nickelodeon phone and a Super Princess Peach little carrying case. 50 cents for the case and $2 for the Nickelodeon phone. He says, what'd you say, you have a store phone now? Yeah. You can make phone calls at his video game wizard shop with Nickelodeon sounds. Just went to a sale and they brought out a stack of PS3 games. Literally like all old stuff and things that even at GameStop they're $2 to $5 max. Like it had MAG in it. No sports titles, but he said $200 for the stack. There was like 8 games there. Said no to that, but Aaron, show what you got. For $4, they wanted 20 at first, but for $4 a Game Gear.
It's got a game.
The power back.
Power back.
Yeah, so it's a risk because Game Gears, normally have issues, but
the game will load. I can sell for $3.
Yeah, we can see if it might work. If not, it's good for parts. But when I told her that most of the time when we find them they're broken, she was like, "Okay, well, make an offer." But that was hilarious. $200. Well, another bust. Old woman. She said, "I got some old like Nintendo thing," and she goes in the house and she brings out a PS2 controller. So, well, we just had today's good find, and I guess that face, just sort of a blank smile, is descriptive of what we just, and that sigh, yeah, there we go. Went to a trailer park, teeny little garage sale, very nice older woman. I asked if she had one game, where is it? SpongeBob Complete in Box on Game Boy Advance for $1. The only thing that was out. Asked if she had anything else. She's like, I got Pokemon and Mario, but I don't want to sell it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, is there any chance, I could just see it? Because I've come, a lot of times at garage sales, come to find out that as long as you can at least get them to bring it out, they're probably going to maybe, decide, you're here, okay, I'll sell it to you. She brings out one Mario 64 on the DS, and from there, it turned into a giant box, you can see back there, of Pokemon games and systems and just a ton of shit for $40. Aaron just scored for $1 a World Series 2000 Subway Series poster. They had like a topless lady poster, but he didn't buy that.
No, that's too much.
So we're in this thrift store and found a decent amount of game stuff, and it seems to be fairly cheap. But I found some good PS1 games like Death Trap Dungeon, Tecmo Deception, some Tomb Raiders, Oddworld, GameCube controller. Just picked up new Super Mario Bros. And Exit on the PSP. I actually been looking for this. These were going to be, she said $5 at first, and I said, would you do 2 each? So sure. And then I reached in my wallet and all I had was $2. So she said, that's fine. Like, honestly, I was about to ask Aaron if you wanted to just buy one of them then, but then she's like, yeah, sure. She took the $2 out of my hand. Of course he would have wanted to buy that.
I would have paid $2. I would have probably paid $5 just for that.
All right, Aaron is leaving. He's going to head to the flea market. He got a bag full of stuff, and he will get some more of this stuff, but I'm going to take it home and put it in the video. He got his phone and his poster. We've been out for quite a few hours now.
Actually, that's 12.
I try to teach, one thing I try to teach Aaron is the etiquette of speaking to people at garage sales. He's a little abrupt sometimes. But did you learn anything on your trip?
Yes. Say hi first. I'll just go straight for the games.
Yes, say hello. All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.
All right, so now it's time to try to go through all of the stuff that I've gotten in the past week. I'm going to break it up into a couple little segments here. First, I'm just going to show the garage sale stuff for today. While Katie is sitting in front of me playing Final Fantasy XIV. She's fighting Diablos right now. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, see, she's right there. Which is also why I'm sitting against my front window and not the more interesting background that I have been sitting against recently, because she's in the spot I need to be in. So, yeah. All right, so stuff from today. As you saw, Aaron came along with me, and that was interesting. But I think he had an okay time. He did get some stuff. I mean, it wasn't like a total bust for either of us. But basically, he just wanted to ride along, and I will go ahead. I don't have his stuff to show you that he got. I try to show most of it in the car, but this is what I scored. The super amazing $40 purchase of Pokemon and other handheld stuff. I'll do all that right now. That included a sealed Mario's Cement Factory keychain game, and I looked it up, and there's a couple different versions of this exact same game, and apparently the one with black buttons no one cares about, or that one's worth like $10 or something, it seems to sell for. But the one with like the white buttons seems to go for like $20 to $30. I don't know why. I have no idea. Except I remember these were sold at least a version of these were sold at Hot Topic at one time. But it's cool that it's sealed. And honestly, I got so much stuff in this little bundle that everything broke down to like $1 and change a piece, something like that. Next, the beautiful. What did I call it? The Pokemon Rainbow in the Facebook picture I posted. We have Crystal, 1, 2, 3 copies of Gold, red and blue, a yellow, and a silver. And I have a theory that Gold and silver have just garbage batteries that were put into them, because most of the copies I ever get of those, the battery does not work. And the yellow, red, blue, and crystal, they all have working save batteries, so that was a little odd. And then that wasn't it for the Pokemon games. We have, two copies of Fire Red, a Emerald, and a Ruby, and there's one more, oh there it is, and a Sapphire. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool, yeah, right. That was pretty damn amazing. Honestly, I was blown away when she's like, yeah, I have. She went back in the house like 3 times, and she finally brought out just this pretty cool Super Princess Peach lunchbox full of Pokemon games and duplicates, and she was saying something about her brother also had or was playing these, so maybe she had a copy and her brother had one. She was not young by any means. I would say she was probably 5 or 10 years older than I am. But that wasn't it. I mean, this basket is full of stuff right here. We have a very nice condition see-through purple Game Boy Color with the back. Probably the nicest one I've come across, and I'm actually going to hang on to that one because I don't have that particular color. Even though I've probably had that system like 10 times, they've just never been in that good of condition. Sonic Battle. I don't own that game either myself. We have a SP, blue SP, just a 001 model. No charger for that. But there was a charger for a DS Lite in there. A Game Boy Advance. With the reason why there's a cable wrapped around it is it has one of the Intec, I think it's Intec, right? No, Interact, sorry. Interact wall power kits that you can use instead of batteries. And there are multiple backs to Game Boy Advances and Game Boy Colors in here. Replacement ones, because I guess they probably broke the backs off of this Game Boy Advance. And I'm assuming they had multiple other systems that she just, after going to the house like 3 or 4 times, I kind of felt weird of asking, hey, go in again and see if you can find stuff, because, like I said, every time she came out, she had like one more item, then she finally said, all right, this is it. But there were multiple DS styluses in there, so obviously there was a DS at some time. She had a 3DS, because she actually was playing that at the garage sale. We have Call of Duty Black Ops, Mario 64, and Pokemon Platinum on the DS. Super Mario Advance, Final Fantasy V, a Donkey Kong Country for Game Boy Color, a bunch of cables, like link cables, to link up two systems. There's some other random games in there, like not as interesting, Pac-Man collection. And then in this box, we have a couple Game Boys, both in very rough shape. One does power on, but the screen only half works. The other one does not power on at all. And just some other random Game Boy games like Blade and Men in Black 2. I think that's the radio, the FM radio tuner for the Game Boy Advance. That was kind of weird. I've never actually found one of those before. So super duper score there. That was all $40. Like I said, there's about, I'd say, 30 to 40, 35, 40 pieces of things that I got total. So like $1 a piece. Stop coughing!
Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Now you make me cough.
This page is cost.
We're both kind of sick. I've been honestly sick on and off for like 2 or 3 weeks now. The other stuff was, there was that indoor garage sale at like a weird thrift store that I'd never been to. And I got some decent games there for $2 a piece. The PlayStation games, the original PlayStation games were $2 a piece. Oddworld, all these are complete and surprisingly in great shape for a thrift store also. Kagero Deception 2, that was an awesome find. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, Tomb Raider 3, Death Trap Dungeon, Tecmo's Deception, the first one, another awesome find. Resident Evil, the original release of it, Fade to Black, and Hexen. Now obviously a couple of those are only worth maybe a few more than $2, like Hexen and Fade to Black, but both Deception games, $2 is a friggin' steal on those. And these I didn't get as good of a deal on. They ended up being like right around $5. Because the bundle that me and Aaron were trying to do wasn't working out with the people there. They didn't let us get any of the controllers separate from the systems, even though some of the systems that they had there were missing parts and missing controllers. And some of the game, they wanted like $5 basically for any game that wasn't original PlayStation for some reason. But Aaron did get the sealed Star Wars Battlefronts for $5 a piece, and then these ended up being maybe like $4.50 or something like that, after what deal I was able to come down on for my stuff. Sonic Rivals, Ape Escape on the Loose, Silent Hill Origins with no manual, and Resident Evil 4. The sealed games that the sealed Battlefronts they originally had them for $10, but then we talked them down to $5 a piece. That first garage sale of the day that we went by for $15, it was those 360 games. I'm going to try to speed up a little bit because this is going to be really long, I can tell. This was $1. The Mario Exit was $1. And I believe that is it for garage sale stuff. So now the next chapter of this video is going to be another amazing pickup from my good friend Jeremy down at the Pet Store video game store, weird combination, in Bradenton. I actually did a little clip from his shop. God, I look like my face is so puffy because of the sinus infection, whatever the hell I have. But anyways, I did a clip from his store, so I'm going to insert that now. Back here at the Bayshore Pets and Video Game Shop with Jeremy. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Today, I didn't buy anything. It sucked. He sold all his stuff before I got here.
Came here for nothing.
Yeah, it was a waste of a trip. No, he's a master of getting box systems. He always seems to have some for sale at least.
You'll probably need the paper.
So I'm getting another boxed Super Nintendo, a loose Super Nintendo, and then some bags, a few bags of things. Cool Legend of Zelda Seasons and Ages guide. I'll obviously just go through all this at home, but again, I want to give like more of a full shout out. Like if you live in the Tampa Bay area, come support like a cool little game shop. Obviously you can see there's a shelf over here, there's a glass case with games and stuff in it. But it's cooler to shop in a pet store and get video games. I mean, it's straight up a pet shop. I did a little clip from here 3 months ago or something like that. And a few people messaged that they kind of live nearby or whatever, but definitely come check it out. What is the street it is on?
14th Street West.
It's on 14th Street West in Bradenton, Florida. Come on down. The stuff I got from Jeremy is spread out all over the living room. So first I'm going to show you the stuff that I'm keeping. A sealed slate gray PS2 controller, KO the Kangaroo Round 2, Indigo GameCube controller, Out of This World and Mech Warrior on the Super Nintendo, a purple and teal Game Boy Color, both in really nice condition. Phantom Brave I actually used to own on the Wii, but when the PSP version came out, I got rid of it. But I'm deciding to keep this copy now that I got it back because it has that extra, like, digital art disc or something inside. And then Game Boy Advance, a white one in beautiful condition. A complete Final Fight in the box. This is like Final Fight month for me, apparently. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Game Boy Advance. Totally rad in the box, but no manual. If anyone has a manual for that, let me know. Space Station Silicon Valley, Spanky's Quest, Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced. The Mega Man 3 actually did not come from Jeremy, but I traded a copy of Soul Silver Pokemon for the Mega Man 3, so it kind of came from him. And all the other stuff I got from Jeremy includes a black and white cat that is sleeping on top of a slim PS2. Yep, right there. There's Super Nintendo cables and controllers for a Super Nintendo that is over there. And then we have, let's see how I can do this while holding a light and the camera. We have a bunch of Game Boy Advance games, Link to the Past, Pokemon Ruby, Spyro Orange, Donkey Kong Country, Crash Purple, and Metroid Fusion with a bunch of manuals underneath it for random Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games, a Zapper, 001 Red, GBA, SP, a very nice little mixture of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, a Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Zelda, Dragon Warrior 3, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, Survival Kids, which is surprisingly getting pretty hard to find and a little bit more pricey now, Kirby's Dream Land, Zelda, Link's Awakening, Super Mario Land, the Game & Watch Gallery 2, a Wario Land 3, and then Adventure Island 2 and Mario 2 on the NES. A bunch of Super Nintendo games, King of Monsters 2, Link to the Past, Aliens 3, Mortal Kombat 2. Gotta have Shaq Fu, of course. Had to pick that up. Mortal Kombat 3, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Wario's Woods, Primal Rage, and Final Fight, a loose copy of it. We have Final Fantasy VIII, Mech Warrior, and Dino Crisis on the PlayStation. Some PSP titles. I'm not going to read everything. My voice is starting to go. Some Wii games, and there's actually a Mario Kart down there on the GameCube, and Resident Evil Outbreak on PS2. Bomberman Hero, Contra Hard Corps, Art of Fighting, a free, weird, creepy little Bart figurine. The boxed Super Nintendo that you saw a brief little clip of. And then that Genesis right there came from him. This Genesis came from Aaron. I used the last bit of credit that I had at his store to get that box Genesis. And I also got a copy of, I'm thinking it was a Donkey Kong 3 classic on the NES. There's a sweet Princess Mononoke poster that I just got from my friend Bob, who owns a local anime store. And from him, in a box that someone traded in, which a bunch of anime movies, was another copy of Oracle of Seasons and a Pokemon Blue, both with good save batteries. And I also forgot from Jeremy the purple, green, and black N64 controllers there, and then one of those Orange Spice GameCube controllers. Thank you again, Jeremy. That was a massive amount of stuff to go through. It's always fun going down there, and oh my god, the cat just scared me. But yes, thank you. The last clip I have to show you guys, this has been a very eventful week. I went to a local little thrift store and had sort of a weird surprise. If you watch the Game Chasers, you will find this kind of interesting, so here's that clip. This is sort of weird. While doing some game hunting on my way to work, I dropped by this thrift store I've only been in one time before, and I was talking to the lady behind the counter, which she's going to be on camera too. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Very nice.
She's famous.
Yeah, she's going to be famous now too. And I'm talking, she turns around, or she starts talking to some guy on a couch. And I turn around, I'm like, that guy looks familiar.
How's it going,
It's
guys?
Jimmy.
It's Jimmy from the video trading post.
Yeah, from the Game Chasers episodes in Florida. He's living down here now. But he's been, the last episode of Game Chasers he was on, and basically half the episode was them in the store trying to buy stuff and him hassling them, giving him a hard time. But, so you live down here in Florida now?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I moved down. Me and my girlfriend, we moved down here probably about the 17th of October. And to all the YouTube fans out there who love my parents' store, the Game Room Trading Post, my stepdad did decide to change his mind, as you probably already will know, and he's still going full strong.
He was gonna close it, but then he decided to keep it open, so that's awesome news. Did you bring your game stuff down here to Florida?
Oh, you better believe it.
So then maybe I can do some trading or something with you at some point.
No. It ain't you better have something pretty good for do some trading with me.
I got a few things. Anyways, good meeting you, man, and
Hey,
hopefully,
no problem, man.
yeah, we can talk some more in the
Yeah.
future. The 2 games that I picked up from that thrift store were Just Dance 3 and 4 for $2 a piece, and those are easily like still $20 to $30 pre-owned games. So that was a very good purchase. This has been a very odd week, very busy, a wide range of pickups and finds and meeting with people. So thank you all for watching. Please thumbs up the video. I really appreciate it. And I want to know, as always, what did you guys get this week? Leave that in the comment section down below. Subscribe, do a dance, comment, high five, whatever. All the important stuff you need to do on YouTube, do it right now. And thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.